All right, welcome to another almost live stream. Reading Reddit we're reading a question from Dating Advice. We're reading the question and not the energy of the person. Good-looking dude who never gets pursued by women. What's wrong with me? And that's the question he's asking. We're going to use what's the vibe, but we're going to start first with the real life tarot. And we're going to see what it says. And let's just read that question down here. What's wrong with me? It's a good-looking dude, and women never seem to chase after him. What is wrong with me? So the first card popped out. You saw it. What's wrong with me? That's a lot of cards. I'm going to pump. Well, that's not bad. There's 4. Let's just do one more. What's wrong with me? Okay. All right. All the cards. The deck is talking. All the cards just popped out. We're going to try and find out what is wrong with this dude. Let's see. We started out here is packages at the door. Packages at the door. Let's see what the next card is. The LARPer. So, okay. So, right now we can see that I think that this is the first guy. We got this dude here. Who is a LARPer. He is just touring around in parks and places. He's looking for that perfect, his Miss Right, that perfect girl, but he's really self-absorbed in that phone of his and his hobbies, and he's just sitting in that place. But then, what he's looking for is that perfect package to show up at his door, and so that he can figure out, well, why aren't these women? I'm a good-looking guy. Why aren't all these women just looking over me and just begging me to ask them out? So let's see what the next card says. Oh. So what we got here is we got garbage going down into the garbage disposal. So he is the greatest gift to women. That's what he feels like in his mind. He is in his mind. He's on his phone. He's in the park. He's got his hobbies and everything, and he believes he is the gift to all womankind. But inside, he's got a lot of garbage going on, that is getting ready to go down into that disposal. So let's see what he's got to dispose of. Oh, look at that, deception. So what's wrong with him? Well, he's lying to himself. That's what's wrong with him. He's gaslighting himself into thinking that that he's the greatest gift to women that exists in the world. Because you have to look at him. What woman wouldn't want a guy like this? Good-looking guy, knows how to dress, got some great fashion stuff going on, walks around town with a sword, and looking at his phone, just totally self-absorbed in himself, telling stories, gaslighting people, gaslighting himself into thinking that he's the greatest gift to all womankind, that he's a great-looking dude. But inside, he's got a bunch of garbage that he needs to dispose of first. That's what's wrong with him from the Real Life Tarot. And we'll put that aside, and let's go check out and see what the vibe is. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. We are reading the energy of the question and not the person. Not the person. So, what's the vibe? What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? All right, there's one card there. Let's just see if we can do 2 more cards to get a more complete story. We'll do this one here and this one here on the bottom. So this is the one that popped out. Longing. Well, he's got a lot of longing inside of him. Wishful thinking. So he is longing to be pursued, but he's bound up in this place of just being bound up in his imagination, bound up in his own illusions. Apology. Arrogant. Maybe he is arrogant and insincere. And so that whole thing of being of a deceiver, being a gaslighter, so that's what's wrong with him is that what's wrong with him is he's too apologetic. He's a dreamer, and he's spending all of his time in longing for something that he can't get. Okay, so what's the vibe? I am going to go look at the Morgan Greer and just do a little bit. But first, I want to go in and just ask. I want to ask this. I'm going to ask this New Testament here about this dude. And what words of advice, what can it tell me about it? And we'll put my finger right over here. Fell into the wilderness. But with whom was he grieved for 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness, and to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believed not? I don't know if that's relevant. 424, the number 424, that's the Hebrews 4:17, 424. That is 8, 10, 1, 0. 10, a completion number in the tarot, but boiling down to 1, to new beginnings. That he needs to, what's wrong with him is that he needs to begin again, begin new with a new set of ideas. He needs to have learned something from his efforts of wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years. He's spending too much time looking outside of himself for the answers. What's wrong with him? He doesn't believe that he is worthy of being with a woman. And that's from the New Testament. From there, we're going to go in and look and see what the mood of this is in Morgan Greer. I haven't shuffled this deck for a while. I like it because I love all the bright colors in it. So let's just close this reading out with a few cards from the Morgan Greer. We'll see what the Morgan Greer has to say about good-looking guy who never gets pursued by women. What's wrong with him? What is wrong with this guy? 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 I'm going to do one more shuffle. Just don't feel like it's... Shuffle a little bit more. That card kind of jumped into my hand, but let's see if we draw it. Looking into the human superconsciousness. Maybe we're going to do, and the issue is, this is the issue, and this is the advice. The issue is he's stuck in a house of rules. But to get out of this, he has some issues that he has to confront. And this, what stands out glaringly is this stealing away. And maybe he's one of these guys, or somebody has stolen his power. And what he needs to do is move away from this and into these two energies here. One, a cooperation, a partnership with others, with women. And he needs to come into this place triumphantly in his power. He needs to find his power. Stop stealing. Stop hijacking himself. Get out of this house of rules and come into a place to where all these beautiful women that he thinks should be pursuing him, that he should pursue them instead. And of course, that's the answer. And what's wrong with him is he is not pursuing these women. He's waiting for them to pursue him. So what's wrong with this guy? The thievery, the deception, the gaslighting, the longing for something he can't have, wishful thinking, being too arrogant and insecure, thinking he is a package that anybody wants to open up. He's self-absorbed, but inside he's just a bunch of garbage waiting to get flushed down the drain. So that's what the cards say is wrong with this good-looking dude who never gets pursued by women. What is wrong with him?